Grant writing peeps, we're nearly done. This week it's just about peer review and then getting ready to submit. So as we looked at last week and as I showed you how to do in the video, I need you to go into the file exchange, identify two classmates' work that you're going to provide peer review on, download those papers, and then using, as I've shown you, the comment and the track changes functions in Word, um, edit those papers. And you know what a good grant looks like. We spent all semester looking at it. Is it clear? Does it prove the need? Does it answer the questions that are asked for you? Is it fact-based as well? Um, I am going to say I have had a couple of agency contacts tell me that they may not be able to use the grants they've seen because the quality of the writing was sloppy or rushed. So concentrate on content first. Make the content as good as you can, but then really, really, really thoroughly edit those sentences, spelling, punctuation, grammar, mechanics, those things. That's the last thing that you do, but do pay attention to that. It's a little worrisome um, that I've had agency contacts say that as well. Only applies to a few people. I don't want anybody to freak out, but nonetheless, give everybody a careful review. Um, and then when you're done, you know, rename that file, your comments on her rough draft. Uh, Nwanda's comments on Xenia the Warrior Princess's grant, or something like that. And then once you've renamed it, upload that renamed file back to the file exchange, so whoever's paper that is can get your comments and make any changes or things like that. And then, so once you've gotten your peer review, and that's due by, be great if you got it done earlier, but the latest to get it in is midnight on this coming Saturday, which I believe is the 9th? Yeah, Saturday the 9th. So once that's done, remember, look at the Portfolio 2 criteria, which is in the Major Assignments tab in Blackboard as well. Make sure you have all the elements. Some of you have indicated that, for example, agencies haven't been able to get back to you, so you don't have some data. If you don't have that data, just put in a note, a section, this data not available from the agency, or the agency didn't get back to me with that data as well. Make sure you do your reflection, and then when you turn that in, make sure you turn in your complete copy of your grant to the agency. Now, many of y'all will do this two ways. For example, you're doing the simple format grant, but for example, one student's doing the Coastal Bend Community Foundation, and those criteria dropped on this last Friday. And so they want section A, this stuff, so many words or so many characters. Go ahead and put it in that format. In addition, go ahead and put it in that format that grant requires, so then your agency can just cut and paste whatever you have done into the electronic format submission thing. And remember, you don't submit a grant yourself. Only agencies do that. It's very rare for grant writers to actually submit grants themselves. Usually it's somebody else in the organization as well. So peer review, make sure that you complete your portfolio. Make sure that you get your grant to your contact person in the format that they can use to submit. And this is my last video. I very much appreciate your time, very much appreciate you taking the class. Admire the way you stuck with it to finish the race and get things done. My last note is a dad joke, and I bet it's going to be the worst one of the semester. I've saved this because I wanted to save the worst for last. A bear walks into a bar and says, "I want a gin and a tonic." And the bartender says, "Why the big paws?" And the bear says, "I was born with them." I promised you it would be the worst. Anyway, once again, thanks for all. Take care of yourself. And even though the semester's over, I'm always only an email or a phone call away. Bye bye now.